Welcome black, welcome black. Live that SINY, your host John Dreads, and we back with another banger. Um, we introduce you to this brother here named Crunch Low in the house representing.
Peace, peace.
All
How
right.
you? John Dreads.
Yes,
Peace.
yes, yes,
Nice to
yes,
meet you.
yes, yes, yes.
Crunch Low
All
in the
right.
house. Staten Island. No,
You from Staten
from
Island, right?
Staten Island. I was born in Manus Harbor,
All right.
raised in Manus Harbor, Port Richard, and West Brighton. You know,
All right.
and I'm a real islander. I'll be all over here. This is home.
All right. That's what's up. You know
All
what
right.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we brought you in today on um got highly recommended
Uh-huh.
by one of my most collaborated artists here, which is Caduce, and I met on the radio station.
Yeah.
And immediately he called me like, "You have to get him in, bring him in." And I'm like, all right, I got you.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just sorry
Yeah.
I took a little
Yeah.
while to
Yeah.
get at you.
I'm ambassador to BG Radio on Rascast
Oh,
Radio.
so you are the ambassador up
Yeah,
there.
I'm the hip hop ambassador to BG Radio on Rascast Radio.
All right.
And that's my dude, BG, right there, DJ Ngozi, and he's on that other Pennsylvania station now. I forgot what it is, but he's also on that.
All right, big them up, because I
Yeah,
haven't met them yet. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
uh-huh,
Sometime on this island, you get just caught up here on this island, and
yeah,
it's like the traveling part, unless you in the vehicle, it's like it could take you 2 hours to
to
get
get somewhere,
like a
yeah,
20-minute destination. You
yeah,
understand
for
what I'm
sure,
saying?
yeah. Staten Island also geographically bigger than what it seemed like, too.
When especially when I come back here, okay,
Hmm.
I feel if you go past Arlington on that road, where is you going? Okay.
It leads you to another road that brings you to a circle around the
Right.
bottom of the borough
I feel like I'm about to go
into the
into
water, right?
right
Yeah.
something, okay?
Yeah, that's how it make you feel.
And
But
then it's like
it
Jersey
continues.
there too.
Jersey's right across the
Right.
water. As they say, it's right across the pond.
Right, but that part over there was once considered Jersey, I believe.
I'm not really sure, but anything across that water
Right,
is Jersey,
right,
especially back there. You know what I mean?
right, right.
That's Linden, New Jersey,
But it
right
seemed
there.
like they're
Elizabeth.
leaning like over here, cause where I live at, I moved here probably 10 years ago,
Uh-huh.
and they had like this dock in the water. I know it's just like one or two things. Now it's a whole village. You can say, "Oh,
Yeah,
that's Jersey right
yeah,
there."
yeah. They done. I mean, they was redesigning the bridges, and
Right.
that the new architecture and structure. So I don't even know what's back there right now.
I'm
Yeah,
from I'm from
yeah,
Brooklyn, so
yeah.
I stick with the boroughs
Yeah,
in New York, but I don't
yeah.
know about Jersey
It's like,
neither.
yeah, anything
Right,
across that water right there, back there, that's Jersey back
right.
there.
The rats alone is
Yeah.
enough for me because they got them big giant rats over there. I can't deal with them. You
Yeah,
know
we
what I'm
got
saying?
everything in Staten Island: raccoons, skunks, wild turkeys, you
That's
name
kind,
it.
but that's kind of a good thing when the ecosystem is, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, able to do
It's
stuff like that.
changing, yeah, and it probably pushed them out of their habitat, their natural habitat, and pushed them further this way. You
Right,
know, a
right.
lot of them probably swam from Jersey over here.
Oh wow.
I mean, there's definitely video of the deer swimming. That's how they got here.
When I first got here, let me see, 10, 11 years ago when I first got here to the studio,
Uh,
the deer, when you walked up the road, the deers used to be there. It
yeah,
used to be different. It used to be like a little lake there. Seemed like that dried out. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. That's the building up.
Yeah, and I haven't seen a deer here since before pandemic
Yeah, they
time.
just moving inward even more. That's all.
I don't blame them because they
Yeah,
was vasectomy. They was getting them vasectomies
yeah,
out here.
because their population grew that fast.
Right.
And
But
it's
you
like,
know, it's nature. Let
yeah,
them, let them.
we
Then the
did.
next thing you know, they be saying they extinct.
Yeah, but we had a wild turkey. We got a wild turkey problem out here, and they didn't want the deers to do the same thing. The wild turkeys used to be only out by like the Staten Island Hospital. Now they everywhere.
Yeah,
They on my block
I
in the
don't
morning.
know. I don't
It's
know.
crazy.
Watch them wild turkeys,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah,
Because you're right. And then when it was pandemic time, One day I wake up, they all around my neighborhood, around my
Yeah.
buildings. I said, oh, they came to bring the COVID
Yeah,
down
yeah,
here. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
right.
Because
Right.
previous to that, I have never seen them nowhere. And these turkeys get respect,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, yeah. They
Right,
bold. They bold. They
right.
bold creatures. And the name, wild turkey. Don't forget the wild part.
Oh yeah,
And don't,
I seen
they're
them
not no
attack.
domestic
Right,
animal.
I seen them
They
attack. You know what
wild.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
I seen them circle. I
yeah.
see, but like I said, they get respect. Like mafia out here, like
Uh-huh.
cars will stop.
Yeah.
Right,
That's what I'm saying. They're not scared of a piece of machinery, let alone a human being.
right,
So don't test them. People had a tendency always want to be testing what you're not supposed to be testing and touching what you ain't supposed to be touching. You'll learn the hard way.
right.
That's
That's how
all.
you learn the hard
Word.
way. You
Yeah.
know, I just seen something like that. I'm glad you brought that up.
Mhm.
The girl goes, they go to a state park, and then she puts her foot in the geyser. Okay,
Mm.
right. This thing is the temperature. I don't even remember what they said, but it's way higher than boiling water.
Right.
Okay, and you hear her scream.
Took her skin right off.
Right. But if you would have did your research first, you would have known. Don't just go
But
put your
some people still want to touch the fire to see
right,
if it burns.
right.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guarantee you she ain't doing that again
Yeah.
right there.
Mm-hmm. Bet that one.
All right.
Right. Right.
So crunch low. You
Yes,
know what I'm
Lord.
saying?
Uh-huh.
How long you been doing this? Cause you got this new project here, and I don't want
Yeah.
to just jump to the new project. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? I gotta pay homage to the previous projects, what
Uh-huh.
inspired you, where you started at. You know what I'm
I
saying?
started I started in the '90s with my group Authorized Fan. That was
Okay.
me and my man Lounge Low, my man Sean Wiggs, and my man Molly Q.
All
My
right.
man Lounge Low is Capadonna's brother.
Okay.
So it's like we had that Woo affiliation off the rip with that,
Right.
which
Right.
was cool. You know what I'm saying? I we released 2 albums back in the '90s. Through
Okay.
that group, we toured with Cat, with Ghost, with Meth. We opened up for Buster, for Pun. I've been around the country. I toured
All
with them
right.
brothers. They took us around the world. I was on Cat Padonna's second album, Yin and the Yang, and his third album, which
Okay.
was The Struggle. We also did a soundtrack for a movie called The Iron Fist Pillage.
I
Uh,
think I've seen it.
yeah,
Right.
I did sound overs and we did the whole soundtrack. And then, when we came into the new millennium, it was like everybody kind of just, it wasn't a breakup. We just grew up
Right.
and everybody went their way. But me and my man Lounge Low still active. And back in 2018, I dropped a mixtape, Crunch Lowology. And then in 2020, I dropped the EP. That was 1.0. And this summer, I'm looking forward to dropping this LP, Supernova.
All right now.
Yeah,
So you've been consistently active in
yeah,
the game.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
I mean, I took a break, and that break probably bothered me not doing music.
Right. Right.
So I just got back to it. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of what I like to do.
Right. You
You
know.
know, it's a part of my makeup.
Right.
So I'm just gonna continue to do it. You know?
And they say hone in the craft and the skills. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We don't come from that generation where we just think we know or we
Yeah,
just right.
like
We
you
put
ain't
that
gonna.
hard work in first.
It's hard work. It's real hard work.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
practice. It's like
Right.
any other sport. You know what I mean? You better be in that gym.
And
You know what
then
I'm saying?
you get up there
Yeah.
to them levels. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, we was talking about Jay-Z earlier.
Yeah.
Now, if I would have had this Jay-Z that we got now
Uh-huh.
at that time, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right, he'd have had my full attention, but we had
Uh-huh.
like the jigga jigga jigga.
Yeah.
Right, we
Yeah.
had that Hawaiian Jay-Z, you know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? And it was like, oh wait, Daz Effects is a little bit harder. I like they jiggity
Yeah.
right.
I mean, he was down with original flavor. I remember.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, and
yeah,
his boy Ski was probably responsible for a lot of production on like the new Hove. You know?
right,
And, but I'm knee deep in that hip hop as
right,
far as like
right.
the
I can,
history. It's
I
like,
see. You know what I'm saying?
I was born the same year it was created, so
Okay,
or the year after actually. 'Cause
right.
I'm only 49. Hip hop is 50 this summer. You
Oh,
know?
who would even guess? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
How do you like the current hip hop or so-called hip hop
I mean,
that's out there now?
it's a mix. It's like I like you can find like dope underground artists still
Right.
new, but it seemed like they pick who's in the forefront. Some of them are okay to me, and some of them I can't tolerate. Truth be told, like I can't listen to. I'm not gonna listen to.
And that's the truth. You
You
know what
know,
I'm saying?
but you still got your good artists. You still got good lyricists, but for some reason they don't. They don't
It's
throw them up front.
right.
You know what I mean?
It's either you do it independent and you have control of, you know what I'm saying?
Of everything,
Right.
yeah. You
Or
control your destiny that
you
way.
put your life in their hands and they might tell you, oh, well, you got to cut your hair. You got to be blonde. You
Blonde,
need blue
this,
eyes. You need, right.
gain weight, lose
Make a
weight,
country
go to the
song.
gym,
Right.
make an
Right.
R&B song, have this chick do it,
Right.
make a dance. You ain't using enough curse words. Like, all
Right.
of that come into factor when you're dealing with the labels. I mean, you dealing with a kid who thinks he know hip hop because he went to school.
Right. And don't,
That's your A&R.
right. No meat, no potatoes. It's just, right. They're going to serve you what
I
they
mean,
want
I
to serve
can't
you.
tell him he don't know, but he didn't come from the school that I learned it from. You know,
Right.
and there's a big difference.
And on top of that, it was more like you was there. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? You was
yeah,
in tune there.
in
You was
tune.
not
Yeah,
reading nothing. We
yeah,
did read the magazines, but we were in tune
yeah,
there. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
You know,
Because it wasn't all of this. Like celebrities back in the days were celebrities, but it wasn't like needing bodyguards and all of this
yeah,
stuff that they need today.
yeah,
It was like they
right,
in the hood, you see them, they interact with you, you go
yeah,
to the shows. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Different.
Well, that's how big hip hop has grown. It's basically the number one genre outside of probably country
Yes.
music in the world.
Did you think you would see the day that we would get there like
No,
that?
no. I know we wasn't gonna die like they said. I know we wasn't gonna be the next rock and roll.
Right,
I knew we was different from rock and roll. You know what I mean? And but I didn't think it was gonna get to like this kind of level that is where it's at.
right. You know what
Where
I'm
it's
saying?
on everything, your commercials, your television show, how how we got the whole globe to accept who we are. Um, I don't want us to lose that because it seemed like that's the only invention Black Americans get credit for.
Right, right. But
You know,
then, you know,
but it seemed like it's slipping out our grasp slowly. It seems like everything else, and I just
they
don't
want
want
it.
us to lose that part.
Right. They want it.
Yeah,
They
we
want
know
it.
who created it. Blacks and Puerto Ricans created that hip hop side by side in the Bronx together. Don't forget that.
And
Nobody.
it has been a season of changes. Like it started one way and then it branched off another way and then it grew another way. And I mean the original hip hop they was talking, you know what I'm saying, about really what was going on in the hood.
Hood,
Right,
social, braggadocious.
right,
You know, it's, it
right.
was it wasn't a tool
And
for it
snapping.
wasn't a tool for war.
Right,
From what I heard, they invented it to stop the gangs from
right,
fighting each other.
right. So,
Now it's going back to a tool for war.
right, those battles didn't lead to nobody
That
dying.
stopped them from
Right,
really getting it on. Those old school rap battles, those were former gang members that now we ain't doing this, we battling on the mic. Or if you ever seen the movie Beat Street, how they was battling breakdancing.
right.
That was they really had beef.
And
You
that's
know
the
what I'm
thing.
saying? The Rocksteady crew and the Beat Street Breakers. That's how it was. Now, to stop them from really getting it on, they danced it off.
All right,
To the point where the scene from the subway station, the police misconstrue what's going on.
right.
And they arrest all of them. They chase all of them, they arrest all of them, and they was dancing, battling, you know? So it's like it probably need to get back to that where people probably don't understand everything we're doing in hip hop. But it's
And
too big already.
the components that's missing. You mentioned the break dancers, but
Yeah.
we used to have the graffiti people.
Yeah.
And everybody just wasn't the
Everybody
MC.
wasn't an MC.
Right.
I mean, if you go across the globe, it's like that. It's the foreign countries are keeping the essence alive better than we are.
Right. And that's why they pay the most for
Yeah.
our artists
Yeah,
to
the
go
foreign
there.
countries are keeping the essence of hip hop alive. big time.
Because I mean, even the hype man moved up to a star position.
Yeah,
Right,
now, yeah,
right,
yeah. Now he's got, you know.
right. No more.
They even named him Hype Man.
Right,
Before that, he was just,
right. But I
my
always remember
primate,
Flavor
my homie,
Flav.
my
You know what I'm
partner.
saying? Right. I
Yeah.
remember him
I
in the
could go
prime.
back to before we used the term rapper. The first time, like, that was something they would say on the TV.
Right,
I'm an MC. I'm not nobody's rapper. If anybody want to know, I'm an MC. I'm not nobody's rapper.
right, right.
For my era, that sounded corny to us. Rapper. I'm an MC.
Well, you know,
You know?
I really remember using it for Rappers Delight. Like everybody had that
That
one
was the
record.
name, and
Right,
this is what I'm saying. That was given to them, including the song.
right,
Yo, can you write this rhyme for him? And like, and they were picked. That's not the original MCs. There was MCs before that,
right.
but
And that still goes on.
because the
Right.
industry controlled it, they made it this way.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Word. I got older siblings, so I heard of Spoonie G and Curtis Blow before I heard of Rapper's Delight.
oh wow.
Yeah.
See?
My sister is what you could consider a real original hip hop B girl.
All right.
This is definitely where I got it
And what's her
from.
name? Shout out.
My
please.
sister Lisa, big up to my sister Lisa down there in ATL.
All
But
right.
she's 10 years older than me.
If
so
she comes to visit, okay,
Yeah.
we need a hip hop panel here
yeah,
because you know.
she really took me to Harlem World when I was little. The real Harlem World.
Remember how Harlem used to be?
I really watched Force MCs get live. I'm from Manus Harbor. They used to put on whole concert shows for us before the record deal. Before Force MDs, they was Force MCs. Mercus Steve. That's where I
Right.
got this from. Not from television,
Right.
not from the magazine. I got this from Slick Watts. I got this from DJ Trick. You know what I
Alright.
mean? I got this from Dr. Rock and the False MCs. I
Alright.
got this from MC Tony Tone. I seen all of them before I ever seen it on television. And I was right in the hood in Manus Harbor.
Right. Because
Yeah.
remember, back in the days, somebody would just go get the speaker.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody, they bringing the speaker out, and
Yeah.
then you just come out there and whop and do all
Yeah.
these crazy dances.
When I was a kid, we had Harbor Day. There was a DJ in every park. There'd
Right.
be a DJ at every park. And when they were in Harbor, they'd off at night with the Force MCs performing. You know what I mean? I'm a kid
Right.
observing this. But this is what made me love hip hop. You know what I
Alright.
mean? It's like it's from the core with me.
And a lot of people think they're like the first hip hop royalty here before Wu Tang got here. They say the Force MDs. They're like,
It's definitely them. It's definitely them.
right.
But Wu gives that up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely.
Word. They brought for them Ghost through Force MDs on his first album, Daytona 500. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
right.
they continue to collab and do a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? They showed it. They had a show 2 summers ago. They gave them brothers plaques and everything.
Oh, I think they did have something in Staten Island Theater. Yeah,
they,
man. I
you
did
know,
see
those
something
those
there.
is our big bros, the Force MCs and
Right.
Ds. You know,
Right.
well, if you know hip hop, if you really into it, you knew who Stevie D and Mercury was.
But you know what's crazy is that I only know like the slow songs.
That's
I-
because they went R&B once
Right.
they got the record
I only
deal.
know the Tears
But
for
it's like,
Fears. Right.
You can YouTube some of their stuff
I'm gonna have to check
from,
that out.
from
Right.
when they were
I'm gonna have to
rapping.
check that out.
You know, and they had a third wing. Lloyd K. Warren was rhyming he was too advanced for me at that time. 8, 9. He was like Rakim then already. I couldn't understand what he was saying. When I go back to it as an adult and listen to what he was saying, he was
Right.
way ahead of a lot of MCs. And I
Oh,
mean
yeah.
way ahead.
Yeah.
This is 82, 83. You can hear him kicking that.
It goes
know what I
back
mean?
to what you were saying that like they pick and choose who they want to put out and
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Because Roger Troutman's daughter, granddaughter.
Zach.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So his granddaughter, she was one of the hottest underground female rappers coming up, and they want to give her recognition.
Mhm.
And Forgot how she passed away, but she ended up, I think she had an overdose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's another problem
Yeah,
with these
that's
kids.
another problem. Like, yeah,
You know,
the rappers is targets. You know, they
I've
killing the
never
brothers for no
seen,
reason. It's
right,
like
I
you
never
know,
in my life
they're getting
seen that.
points for that.
Right.
It's insane to me.
And the companies is profiting off it also with those
It almost
contracts.
makes you hard to not believe that what's going on is going on. If somebody really got sacrificed, or if the Illuminati is really real,
All of that stuff
it
is
makes
true.
you think.
Right.
It
All of
makes
that
you
stuff.
think like
Right.
maybe it is real.
It's real.
It's real.
It's real.
It's
And
real.
whenever you see like your famous artists or you know what I'm saying, the people that you want to see more of and
Yeah,
they're pulling
and
back
and
from it,
yeah,
that's because they're not gonna
yeah.
get entangled in none of that stuff right there. You know what I'm saying?
I already know.
Right. They're not.
Them little meetings and side deals, they could keep those.
Right. Fame,
Yeah.
like people think, oh, if I could be famous,
Famous
but
people have the same problems regular people got.
and even worse because they target your
Yeah.
family
Yeah.
members.
You
Right.
can't. The only thing you can do being wealthy is what? Shop your pain away. It's coming back as soon as you come from the store.
Right. And they don't
They
want you to
even
go to the store no more.
Yeah,
Right.
You're ordering offline, so you
Right.
can't even get the enjoyment of walking around the store and spending your money.
Right. And they don't
You know?
even want you to come outside to pick the package up. They're
Yeah.
gonna come to your front
Yeah,
door, they're gonna
everything's
drop it
weighed,
off. Right.
and you secluded, and you're not normal, and you miss that, and you gotta hide, and you gotta throw on hoodies. And, I seen the brothers because I've been around with them.
It's so crazy.
They're not. I'm sure they appreciate it, but what they do. Any artist I ever been around that's famous already, what they do miss is being regular.
Sometimes you can't take it from them. Like, did you go with the Wu when they went down to Daytona Beach?
No,
Okay.
no. But I mean, like, it's countless numbers of shows that.
No, I'm just saying. I was just
Yeah,
asking because
yeah.
I ran into Method Man, or
Right.
who I thought was Method Man, or maybe it was Method Man, maybe it
Uh-huh.
wasn't. So I'm like, I'm going to school down there, Bethune-Cookman, and I'm out of state student.
Right.
Wu Tang, we talking 93, 94. Wu Tang is at the top of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm bragging about them. They said I look like old dirty bastard. I'm old dirty bastard nephew. And then we're walking by the Marriott, and here come Method Man. So I'm like, I'm trying to play it. I'm like, I know that ain't the meth.
If he interacted with you, most likely it was him.
Nope. He said it sure ain't. They kept it moving.
Because I never really seen Meth diss his fans.
I mean, but
He probably been the most active, being as big as he is as a star. I seen him. Like,
it's true. It's true.
I seen him be real cool, like with fans.
Right,
He
it's
never
true.
turned them down, and
I guess I just catch him on a
yeah.
bad day. Another
Yeah.
time I seen him in Toys R Us out here. I'm like, y'all got meth on it. Like, I'm about ready to fight these people because he's standing on this long
What's
line
turning
here.
him off is that he just want to be regular,
Right,
and especially here at home.
Right. I don't blame him.
Wait till he get off a line, and this man, he just want to be regular.
Just as a
John,
fan, like you see on TV, just as a fan, like I ain't even had to talk to him. I'm just pissed off that you got meth on his line, this Christmas
you
line.
got
Right.
the royal
Right,
treatment.
that's
Take
it.
care of my big brother.
Right. That's all I was.
That's Staten Island. Like he got us on his shoulders right now.
Right.
And he ain't even rapping. He on TV acting, and we still. Well, he is rapping. Excuse me.
Right.
Very active. Meth Lab 1, 2, or 3. Fire. Everybody on there. Fire.
Is he still on Dock Street Records?
I'm not even sure.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's probably through Hands
Right.
Entertainment.
Right.
My man Hands On Entertainment. It's like I still rock with the bros.
All
you know,
right.
big up to my man Street Life and Method Man. You know what I mean? Word.
I have one of them here.
Squad up. My
Smooth.
brother Lounge Low. Check out that pinball. You know what I mean? YouTube it, video and the single. Word.
Yeah, we had BMC Smooth here a couple of months ago, probably 2 or 3 months ago. But we got Crunch Low in the house right now.
Yep, it's Crunch Low in the house.
Right.
Benin, everything is extreme.
That's why I told you, brother. You definitely invited back. Now that I know you right there, boy, you might be my most popular guest that comes back over here.
I'm in the hood.
But
I'm outside.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we got that music, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I
man.
don't want to cheat them out of that because,
Right.
this is what they watching for. They
Yeah,
waiting
yeah.
for that right there.
Yeah, this is like the world premiere. This is stuff that's coming out very soon. You know what I
All
mean?
right, all
Off
right.
of that Supernova album. You know, I really, as right now, I only got my boy Lounge Low on there, my bro. I got my young bro Rose Super on there, and I got my new artist on there, Keys in Your Pocket, and that's it. And
All right.
you know, I got some heat. If I didn't, my friends ain't gonna let me put it out. Word,
And he ain't lying, you know what I'm
word.
saying? I got a little bit of taste um, from the emails that you sent me, you know what
Uh
I'm
huh.
saying?
Uh huh.
And I'm from Brooklyn, but that's my type of music there. I'm not
Yeah.
what that other rah rah cheerleader music
Nah,
do,
nah,
right?
this is real hip hop. Every
Right,
time you're gonna get it from me. It's
right,
like this is all I know how to do. You know?
right.
Well,
Thank you.
I don't
Thank you
even
for
know how
that
to
right
do that,
there. You know
do
what I'm
it no
saying?
other way than how I do it.
Thank
You
you for
know?
that. And
Yeah.
we're going to get the music and then we'll come back and
All right.
chop it up because you see time goes so
Yeah,
quick
yeah.
here. You know what I'm saying? We
Uh-huh.
just we just
Wow.
flow with it,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
going even faster.
Uh-huh.
So where we gonna start first? All right.
This is War Exercise Drill, Crunch Low, off of that new album, Supernova, coming.
Nouns get spilled verbally. This is war exercise drill. The mic is the trigger, beats is the device. The bars is what's gon' blow like dynamite. Gunpowder in my cadence, the boom and the flash. Pythagorean theorem couldn't solve my math. Niggas talking, daydreaming, they ain't living it. My flow is wicked and sinful, it need God deliverance. This how a whack flow, only leave a remembrance. Press a nigga's problem, then you should address it, nigga. If it get real, I'm popping up unexpected, nigga. You ain't on my level, I'm on another spectrum. P30, Hitchland Koch, and the heckler. Never running out of ammo, nigga, we got extra. Smooth hustler, close to the trigger like Ron Wrecker. I think I'm rap running fedora and black leather. I fuck a bitch and have her screaming in falsetto. My gift from Herald Square to gas from Palmetto. The guard staff is lightning, my rod is metal. Immaculate, conceive, believe, heavenly special. One foot on their neck, the other the gas pedal. Before the rap deal was diamonds up in the bezel. My spot, I got it locked, everything else, my weto. Yeah, hey yo, it's crunch to the low. Act like you know. I ride, bro, come check me, I'm outside. Everything benign, yeah, the hit was clean. I'm up close when I squeeze, I don't need no beam. It was all a dream, not a metal through your vest, kid. Lyrically, I lyrically manifested. Checking my gear, my feet. I know I'm fleet, just like I'm B.I.Gotti or Manus Harbor feet. Word, nigga, don't test me. So what you gon' do when them niggas come for you? Devise the game plan, precisely execute. A new kind of ill verbs and nouns get spilled verbally. This is war exercise drill. The mic is the trigger, beats is the device. The bars is what's gon' blow like dynamite. Gunpowder in my cadence, the boom and the flash. Pythagorean theorem couldn't solve my math. The work is in the plastic, the water in the middle. Everything about your boy is official. The shells in the stick, they look like little missiles through your Kevlar. Skin tissue and all. Lift you 5 feet in the air and backflip you. Run, nigga, patty roll and get you. No feelings in the game, yo, I'm colder than the igloo. Nondescript you, outside the box. You not from the grain, bro, you just a side block. Don't stop the body rock, I rock the body. The black mops and east stuff shells in manicotti. With the regoat, Alan the Italiano. Rest in peace, J Day and Lafayette. So what you gon' do when them niggas come for you? Devise the game plan, precisely execute. A new kind of ill verbs and nouns get spilled verbally. This is war exercise drill. The mic is the trigger, beats is the device. The bars is what's gon' blow like dynamite. Gunpowder in my cadence, the boom and the flash. Pythagorean theorem couldn't solve my math.
All right.
Alright. Yeah.
So give us a little synopsis on there. You know what I'm saying? It's
Um,
self-explanatory, but
well, um, I was a big EPMD fan as a kid. Eric Sermon actually went to my church with his best friend Bernard Alexander.
All right.
That was my guy. And I just it's like we used to get a lot of their music before they put it out. And that beat right there, I was just always intrigued by You a Customer.
Right.
And then Bad Boy used it also with the
Mm.
Locks and Biggie.
They used it a lot.
And
That was like they break beat.
I'm listen, I'm hip hop. So when I heard that track from my man Saint James, you know what I mean? Um, it was easy for me to just jump on and
All right.
put something together. Word.
And I'm just zoned out to listen to the bars, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So I heard Smooth and Trigger. Right.
And my man Ron Wrecker.
Right.
Uh
And the because I ain't gonna pronounce that right, but please pronounce.
It's called Pythagorean and Theorem.
Right. Okay.
Pythagoras was your Greek god of math.
Right.
You know what
I
I mean?
started school at 9 months. Right. So this is
Yeah.
my type of stuff that's enlightening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
That's a math formula.
Right.
Pythagorean theorem. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's a math formula. Word.
Algebra.
Algebra growing into like pre-cal.
Mm-hmm. And then they use it in chemistry also. I
Yes,
believe
in
so.
science.
Right.
They have to use
Math and science
go together.
Right.
Word.
Right.
Word.
And who did the production on it? Cause that was tight. You know what I'm saying? I like it to switch up.
James the Saint. I got him off the internet.
Okay.
And you could buy beats, lease beats. Sometimes they give them to you for free.
Right.
But he's one of the producers off the internet that he got heat.
Right.
He got heat.
Yeah, and he was right on with you.
Yeah.
Drops, lows, highs, everything. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So,
thanks to my great engineer.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Real Job Hassan. He makes them songs sound real good.
Oh, definitely. Right.
Word.
So what we got next?
Word. This is Dame Lillard featuring my brother Lounge Low.
Sound like the whooping. Fuck stupid. You see the flames like gasoline and propane. Spitting them bars, make sure we dump the whole thing. Straight in the game and the goofies in the lanes. Pulling up from the logo like damn, you see the flames like gasoline and propane. Spitting them bars, make sure we dump the whole thing. Straight in the game and the goofies in the lanes. Pulling up from the logo like damn. The crowd gathers to see the main attraction. I'm on stage, you somewhere in the rafters. Clear, nigga, you backwards. The bump stop, make the fire spit rapid. Aim is quick, my flow, my rhythm. So every rapper is like, keep a capitalistic terrorism. I'm real goody, call me Mr. New Giddy. I came from the bottom, now my situation was litty. Yeah, the bringer of the rain, no remorse, no pity. I rap like no one out there could fuck with me. You corns ain't got a chance, my b-boy stance. Staten Island advance, big joint in my pants, big flip. God's gift, I understand the rap. Every ghetto, every hood, every continent and back. The devices on the mic when I bust. When I'm done with 16, you can watch yourself. You see the flames like gasoline and propane. Spitting them bars, make sure we dump the whole thing. Straight in the game and the goofies in the lanes. Pulling up from the logo like dang, you see the flames like gasoline and propane. Spitting them bars, make sure we dump the whole thing. Straight to the game and the goofies in the lanes. Pulling up from the logo like dang.
Well, it's the kid from the statin who came through dribbling. I pulled up at MTV with no middleman. I hopped out, Chief, my herb, I gotta feel again. My team, yeah, my mean, I'm back to killing them. Fuck boy, him right there, I'm not feeling them. God forbid I go get a wig to start the reeling, man. Y'all niggas check my time different. Got some niggas out on edge, man, peas, they mind taking. Boom, cannon is out, Desert is here, K in the car. Plus we got smoke in the air. I move around on some laser soup. My homeboy, he got a thing or two. Bust you in your head and let him ring a few. Taste the time, back in business. Had a bone to smack your whiz and clap the witness. But it's a double-edged sword. We can meet in the middle. I put my feet down, then put my foot in your middle.
You see the flames like gasoline and propane. Spitting them bars, make sure we dump the whole thing. Straighten the game and the goofies in the lanes. Pulling up from the logo like dang. You see the flames like gasoline and propane. Spitting them bars, make sure we dump the whole thing. Strangle the game and the goofies in the lanes. Pulling up from the logo like dang.
All right.
All right, all right. Yeah, that was Dame Lillard right there, featuring my bro Lounge Low. You know what I mean?
All right.
Word, word.
And tell us about the music in the background too, because that was like some Superfly. Was that super?
That was like, it's like some of it even sound like some of the theme music in Into the Dragon, and then it's like you got like that church organ,
Right.
and it's like the producer really like his creation was dope. I mean, that's why I picked that beat to rhyme over. I feel like his production was like dope. You know what I mean?
Right. It just
From the first
took,
time I heard that track. Like,
yeah, it takes me back because in our time growing up, we really couldn't go outside and you know what I'm saying? They was just shooting like crazy back in the days.
yeah.
But remember, we had the alternative, which was the 8-track 45, 33s. Everybody had just
Yeah.
that to
Yeah.
play with in the house.
Yeah.
And then you keep the TV on the video music box channel, and then when it
31.
pop on, right, you stop that to watch
Yeah.
video music box. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But
Word.
it brought back those memories, and you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah. Yeah.
that's what the music is about. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the feeling it gave me when I first heard it.
Right.
Like, oh yeah. Then it's like I probably was watching Sports Center, and Dame Lillard probably just finished dropping 60 something, pulling up from half court, and it was like that gave me an idea.
Right.
You know what I
right.
mean? Because he's a stone cold killer.
He's a beast.
He's
you know
a
what I
stone
mean?
cold killer in that game. You know what I mean? Word.
Yeah, I gotta check. I gotta catch him. I gotta check it out. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But what's the name of that track again?
That's called Dame Lillard. Name of that track is called Dame Lillard.
And
Like-
because we brought up your original work and you know what I'm saying, your past projects, but
Right.
what makes this one different from those ones?
I didn't strategically put this album together, but I knew I was doing LP,
Right.
and
Right.
somehow it fell into place.
Right.
Maybe because I was in mode. I was in the same mode. I did a lot of these songs close together time wise. There wasn't a lot of time in between, and I wrote it all close together, and it just seemed like they stick. They
Right.
go with each other. I think that happened by default. Hard. But I'm glad it happened
Good-
like
right.
that.
Good
I'm glad
default.
it happened like
Right.
that. Because I would have just had to keep working and doing more songs and more songs and then finding what goes together.
And this is actually a LP this
This is
time.
an LP coming out this time. This is my
And
first LP by
The
myself.
first LP
Yeah.
by yourself.
Yeah.
All right.
All my other LPs are with my group, Authorized Fam.
Right.
Then I have mixtape and EP.
Right. Right.
I got, and my homeboy put out something called the Crunch Ives, like archives. And that's like missing songs that I did from 96 all the way up to like 2004. He got that out there. You know,
All right,
so
that's
it's
a
like,
blessing right there. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because
yeah,
a lot of people don't have their catalogs, nothing
yeah,
to go
yeah.
back on.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
got
like,
a small little catalog already. You know
right,
what I mean?
that's
So
cool.
I'm just adding on, actually.
That's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Um, you just said how many songs was on this?
I got 11
Okay.
so far. I got 11. I might
Is
keep
there
it
any
at
little
that.
hidden songs or, you know what I'm saying?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
nothing. I mean, there's a song that's probably I don't know if I'm gonna use it as an interlude or a song, you know. But I was just trying to be a little different and
Right,
still be original.
right, right.
And you know, I
You
don't
have
know.
to
I
do.
might
You have
use
to
it
do
as a
that.
song or
Right.
an interlude. I don't know.
As an artist, you
Yeah.
have to be able to do stuff like that. You
Yeah.
have to be versatile. You know what I'm
Versatile.
saying?
Yeah, you got to be able to switch it up, make a move. You know,
Right.
you gotta be ambidextrous in this game.
Right.
You know,
And always ready. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Ain't
left and right.
Right. You I can't do it right now. Right. No.
uh,
You just missed out on
You
something.
missed out on something
right,
if you
right,
can't
right.
change, adapt. You know,
Right.
you
Right.
better be able to
This is
do
how
that.
right.
That's what an
Right.
artist is.
Take notes, okay?
Yeah.
This man
Word.
been doing this for how long right here? If anybody
Over a
knows.
dub, 25, 30,
Right.
25.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I was a
And
kid when I
we
started.
know one hit wonders. We know like
Uh-huh.
Chubb Rock, Special Ed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
They,
yeah.
they was the thing back then, but
Right.
then where you go at as the 90s turn
Yeah.
to the 2000s.
Yeah, you gotta
to the-
evolve with.
right.
You gotta somewhat. You don't have to change all the way, but you gotta change and adapt. That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just natural, just like us growing gray hair.
Yeah.
It's just naturally,
Yeah.
it comes natural. So
Word.
don't stifle yourself
Yeah.
or stifle your growth.
Yeah.
Just go with it. you
Just
know
go
what I
with
mean?
it. Yeah. Let your branches grow out. You know what I mean?
So we actually got two more, and
Mhm.
we're gonna get those up and running too.
This right here.
It's crunch, get with
This is salt and pepper.
crunch.
Push it.
All right, this is the song.
Coach dream. Yeah, baby, come hang with a hot stepper. I give it season like a little salt and pepper. Then you can push it, then you can push it. After you up, salute me, good looking. Yeah, baby, come hang with a hot stepper. I give it season like a little salt and pepper. Then you can push it, then you can push it. After you up, salute me, good looking. I've been around them birds, and them chickens call me James Todd Smith. My lips get the licking. The strippers love it in the video vixens and shit. I'm just finna put myself in position. The hustler's ambition got a brother a spot. 2 decades ago, I should've had this shit locked. Now I cook the new batch. I'm in a new lane, and I'm the only sole controller of the game. I got G. I'm my biggest fan. I'm cocky. I ride bone-legged. I sent her home looking knock me. I am from the heavens. I'm a lyrical weapon, and you ain't about this shit, so just get to stepping. Yeah, baby, come hang with a hot stepper. I give it season like a little salt and pepper. Then you can push it, then you can push it. After you up, salute me, good looking. Yeah, baby, come hang with a hot stepper. I give it season like a little salt and pepper. Then you can push it, then you can push it. After you up, salute me, good looking. All that talk about who gon' save who, it's about how we both gon' prepare this table. You wanna ride or just one-time slide? She a pro, not sloppy. I responded copy. The haters got their microscope so they could watch me. The pack came from Scott, the roll-up came from Aki. I showed her something new when I heated up the sake. I picked her up on social media, she'll never block me. My talent supersedes these niggas, they can't stop me. I know how to slide, give body checks like hockey. Switch the gear check cause these crab bitches watch me. I'm dope in the pill form like Oxy and Roxy. Codeine, I make everything benign. You looking at a live nigga lighting up the scene. These things going off sounding like July 4th. Got a doctorate and PhD and hood course. The boss, the capos, lieutenants, and the soldiers. We protect each other neck to knee, shoulder to shoulder, back to front. Only Zai and the blunt. My aura says official, I don't have to stunt. Yeah, baby, come hang with a hot stepper. I give it season like a little salt and pepper. Then you can push it, then you can push it. After you up, salute me good looking. Yeah, baby, come hang with a hot stepper. I give it season like a little salt and pepper. Then you can push it, then you can push it. After you up, salute me good looking.
Hey,
All right.
I'm just beyond impressed. I'm about to
Thank you,
just,
thank
you
you,
know what I'm
thank you,
saying?
thank
I'm 48 years old, okay?
We the same age. bro.
Right.
Word,
So this
word.
is why, you know what I'm saying? Right. Right. And
Thank you. It's like that's me paying homage to my hip hop icons.
yes.
You know what I mean? Me and you was in love with Salt and Pepper especially when they did
Oh, yeah.
Push It.
Right. Shake your thing,
Yeah.
push it, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Right.
So it's like, just in writing, it clicked. I put it together. Like, you know what I mean?
I've never seen ripped up jeans until they came out
Until they came out.
with those
they
songs.
made it cool.
Right.
Because we was rocking acid wash, but we wasn't rocking ripped up joints.
Right.
We might have thought you was a heavy metal artist.
Right.
Salt and Pepper made that cool for us. They
And
made
then-
wearing biker shorts cool for the girls.
They
8-ball jacket.
remember they brought Go-Go over here.
Go-Go.
Before you had
From
to go to
DC.
DC to
Yeah.
go to the Go-Go stuff, and they
Yeah.
brought Go-Go
They brought
to
it here and made it cool.
right.
It's your
So
thing.
yes,
You know? All right.
yes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
So that's my hip hop historian in my writing with that song. You know what I mean? Just me being around that long. The kids might have to go back and check Salt and Pepper, Push It.
Right.
You know?
But everything else in there, because I heard the za, so you know what I'm saying? Everything else in there.
That's for the new. That's me still staying in tune. know what I
Right.
mean?
That's why I'm like this
Word.
because
That's me still
okay,
staying in tune.
I don't
Word.
even think Curtis Blow could do to pull that off right there. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they still stuck in their
I give my
era.
youngins a little time, and I give them their space right after that. You know what I mean?
But it shows a lot of growth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't need somebody to come in and clean it up. Let's make
Yeah.
this for the
Yeah,
2020s. Right.
We
right.
make
It's-
it all acceptable. There's
Right.
hours we can put it together. I'm doing it.
Definitely.
We can put it together. You know what I mean?
Cause we on the. All right. We not yet. We're gonna go out with. We're gonna play that one on the go out. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna play that one last. But where can they find you at? Let's give them your information.
I mean, I'm on all streams. Crunch Low. My mixtape was Crunch Lowology. The EP was Crunch Low 1.0, and then you have Crunch Ives. Those are all my projects right there.
All right.
All you got to do is type in Crunch Low. Like I said, I'm on all streams.
Right.
I'm on all platforms. Authorized Fam, O to the THORIZED. FAM Fam was the group. We're on all platforms.
Okay.
You can catch me on Bandcamp. You know what I mean? 1.0 in Crunch Lowology was through Blackstone and Mecca. That's Amazulu the 7th. That's my man out there in London rocking. You know what I mean?
International.
International.
Right.
It's international. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's bigger than just here at home with my peoples. It's across the globe. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Word.
And you mentioned your group. Do y'all plan to come back and give us some?
Well, even on some of the projects, I kind of got everybody featured.
Oh, okay. All right.
My son's on there. My son Rock.
Oh, shout
That's
him out.
Esau.
Right.
Shout out to Esau. You know what I mean? He ain't put a project out in a couple of years, but he got one coming.
Right.
know?
Right.
But
We need y'all legacy.
His,
Y'all
his
legacy.
last project was either you got it or you don't.
Right. We
could
need
check
the
for that.
legacy. We need the
You know?
legacy. You got the genes.
Yeah.
You got it in your blood.
Yeah, we
you
not
got-
YouTubers. We really doing this. We business. You know,
Right.
I showed. We gonna get it checked. We not doing this so my
Right,
homeboys
it's-
can say, "Yo, that was dope."
Right.
A pat on the back. We getting a check out of this, man. It's a business, and we attend to it like a business. I showed him, so he's probably even more articulate than I am because he got it from the crib.
That's cool. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it's better to know than
Yeah.
to not know. And they,
Yeah.
Right. Everybody.
Yeah,
hands
it's
in.
cool to get your views up, but that don't get you no money.
Right.
You know,
They get that money.
they get them money.
Right. Right. Right.
You got to get 1 million views before you get $1.
Right. And it's crazy. It's crazy because is always when you deal with the industry and little tricks and trades, it's
Yeah.
always $1. Okay,
Yeah.
right? They don't want to pay you no more than $1
Nah.
for your project.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know, you got to learn the business.
All
Nobody's gonna give it to you, but you should learn the business. You know what I'm saying? Before you think, oh, I got 10,000 views on YouTube and I'm lit. You're not on.
Right.
For you brothers, you're not on. It's the beginning of you working. You better keep on. And every song you make, it should go from 10 to 20. If it don't go from 10 to 20, they're gonna look at you like floppy.
Right.
So
Right.
No.
And then they have the agenda who they gonna give those views to and who not gonna get the views.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
learn the business, man. You know, I can't give all the secrets out over an interview.
Right.
You know, but if you want to
This
get
is
on the
from
team, you can come on the
years. This
team.
is from
This
years.
is years.
Right,
Yeah,
years
this is
of-
years in the making. I didn't learn this yesterday.
Blood, sweat, and tears. You know what I'm saying?
Factamundo.
Right.
Wins and losses. All
Right.
of that.
Right.
You know what I
Ups,
mean?
downs. It ain't people.
All of that.
Right.
So, no, I'm not giving it out for free.
All right. And you already pretty much gave some words of advice for the youth, but just give us a little bit more. You know what I'm saying, for these youth out here.
Because your wordplay for the youth, right? Y'all wordplay is better than everybody's because y'all read and write and your vocabulary is deep.
Okay.
Don't limit yourself. Like, go all out. My bro Capadonna told me every time you do a song, act like it's Christmas morning. That made so much sense to me. And I'm telling y'all, every time y'all do a song, act like it's Christmas morning. And you waking up to that toy that you really wanted and you got it.
Right.
Don't just go in the studio blah, blah, blaring. Go all out because the kids across the country and across the globe are going in.
Right.
So you will get approached for a battle by a stranger. He might be Indian, Chinese. He might be from some corner of the globe, but he might be dope. So you better be ready if you want to be out there.
And he did his practice, so he's ready for you.
He's ready for you.
He
will
know what
tear
he's
you
dealing
up
with. Right.
if you're not ready.
Right.
Then what you gonna do? It's like getting beat up by a girl. You're gonna be embarrassed.
And then it's different.
Yeah.
Because in our town, we could get beat up.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that
I
died
don't know
down
about
after.
the new generation. They
Right.
can't hold a loss.
No, and then it's the video. It's the like
Yeah.
I ain't even mad at them. If I
Yeah.
got beat up and you gonna play the video everywhere, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, they
Right.
can't hold no loss. We
Right.
know how they coming back. You know.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. You know what I'm
You know,
saying?
because they're not from that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're
Pride.
not from, the law is stopping parents from hitting your kids. So a kid ain't used to getting bopped upside his head.
Let me tell you
He get
something.
bopped upside his head, either he gonna go into oblivion or he might come back and kill you right away. He ain't
Right.
coming back to shoot 5 again.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
because he can't hold that.
Yeah. But
This is why you got kids even killing their parents.
right. It's bigger
Parent might
than
have
than
bopped,
pride.
And he
right.
can't hold that.
Right.
you
And
know?
they don't know respect is
Yeah.
due. Your parents
Yeah.
brought you in this
Brought
world.
you here.
Right. How you gonna
but
do anything?
you know, they don't use our terms no more. If they
Nah.
use our terms, they going to lock all our parents up.
Right. But then if their parents ain't do the same thing that our parents did, they wouldn't be where they at now.
There you go.
Right. Right.
We can't explain that to the ones that's in control right now.
Right. Right.
You know, it's how you feel. It's
Right.
do whatever.
Right.
It's because you feel like that.
Exactly. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
the new way.
But you know what, Crunch Low, my brother, I
Yes.
just want to thank you once again
Thank you, man.
for just coming and spreading love on this platform here, and hopefully we'll get you back. We got one more song to go on our way out. Anything else? Did we miss
big
anything?
Big up to Authorized Fam. Big up to the whole Staten Island. MH, Bodytown, A-Town, Port Town, The Town, Park Hill with the Hillbillies, Now Born, South Shore, North Shore, I love home. Big up to Staten Island, you heard? Verse everybody, you heard? Staten Island verse everybody.
I'm from the island, yeah. And she from the island, yeah. The money is piling, yeah. Or you said that they wildin', yeah. I move in silence, yeah. Niggas ain't styling, yeah. Get the back cause they robbing, yeah. I'm from the island, yeah. He come to the plug for the pack, okay. He said my turn after a stack, okay. Country roads winning this track, okay, cause I'm from the island, yeah. I'm moving silence, yeah. Niggas ain't styling here. Get the back cause they robbing here. I'm from the island, yeah.
I'm crunch low from the 103. Oh, the ill rapper with 1,000 different flows. The shows and the delivery. Shorty, you need to get with me. Lit like the background in my son's video history. I could take you on a ride straight out your misery. Show you some things. Have you really feeling me? I'm really the truth. You could call me Paul Pierce. The jump shot is water. It swish right through the ears. They hear me cross the border and the great seas. I'm fine as white sand in Belize, cool as a breeze. And shorty is a Maddie. I still bag them baddies. I still lost count on my kills. She call me Zaddy and everything's Benin. Give it style and make it classy. But when it's just us, I need a ooh girl, you nasty. When it come to real G's, straight like that. I'm from the island of Stat, and it just be like that.
I'm from the island, yeah. And she from the island, yeah. The money is piling, yeah. OG said that they wildin', yeah. I move in silence, yeah. Niggas ain't styling, yeah. Get the back cause they robbing, yeah. I'm from the island, yeah. He come to the plug for the pack, okay. He said my turn that to a stack, okay. Country roads running the track, okay. Cause I'm from the island, yeah. I'm moving silence, yeah. Niggas ain't styling here. Get the back cause they robbing here. I'm from the island, yeah.
I grew up on Gordon Street where Warren Broad and Tompkins meet. Way before there was a center. In the center, all you saw was trees. If you have Miss Roaches, your teacher in pre-K, you know what I mean. When the P.S. across the street from Bailey Seaton was 14. When you come in the shower and check your driving, cause now you don't want the static. We know our way around, no gridlock, cause fuck your traffic. We moving in silence while y'all tiptoe with the forwards cracking. You don't wanna get too tough and wind up in Arthur's attic. A toe tag after paying toll and getting told isn't worth it, bro. Don't talk shit while you on the ferry. Won't throw your ass right off the boat. Don't act a fool, yo, get clowned. I'll sell your shoes and take your notes. Fuck your quarter, nickel, dime, and rolls. I'm not Pennywise, you won't flow. Don't come here with your ass to kiss. You'll end up wrapped in plastic, kid. If your family come looking for the kid, I'll tell them straight, don't ask me shit. If they try to start a problem with me, then they'll end up right on the list. I'm from Staten Island, the forgotten borough. The fuck you mean, you bitch ass nigga?
I'm from the island, yeah. And she from the island, yeah. The money is piling, yeah. OG said that they wildin', yeah. I move in silence, yeah. Niggas ain't styling, yeah. Get the back cause they robbing, yeah. I'm from the island, yeah. He come to the plug for the pack, okay. He said my turn that to a stack, okay. Country roads running the track, okay. Cause I'm from the island, yeah. I move in silence, yeah. Niggas ain't styling here. Get the back cause they robbing here. I'm from the island, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you once again. I hope they listen to the lyrics there, especially from the island. All right.
Thank you, John Dreads. Pleasure, man. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.